It's Coach Zach, head coach here at 24/7 Hockey, and hey, reaching your goal as a hockey player is hard. Most players fail to reach their goal. Now, I'm not talking about making the next team or what role you have on your team. I'm talking about what's that goal that you're setting for yourself. Is it to get a Division I college scholarship? Is it to play major juniors or get drafted into major juniors or the USHL? Is it to sign a pro contract? Is it to make an Olympic team or a national team? Most players fail to reach their goal. So we're going to talk about why most players fail and what they do, and then what you can do differently. 1, most players do not create a plan for their success. So they don't have a specific plan in terms of what the goal that they want to reach is and exactly how they're going to get there. They let other people set the plan for them. So they follow what their coach is telling them to do and their coach's recommendation. They follow what maybe their trainer, their instructor, their other teammates, everybody is telling them something, and they're just going along and doing that, not figuring out a plan for what their goal is and what is it going to take to get there. Be very, very specific about that. Be very specific about the goal and very specific about what it's going to take to get there. Why is that important? Well, it's important because your coaches, they have your best interest in mind, all right? But maybe they don't know exactly what it's going to take for you to accomplish your goals. Maybe their goals for you are different than what your goals are. Your parents, your teammates, all of these people, do they understand what it's going to actually take for you to get your goals? You're in charge of your own success, so you need to create a plan for yourself to be able to get there. And I'll talk more about that at the end of this video, but I do have a hockey success plan available that you can download. That will be available down in the description below, also in the first comment below. It's free, and it's just a way to get you started creating a success plan for yourself to reach your hockey goals. 2, making hard decisions every single day versus making the easy decisions every single day. So average players are going to be making these easy decisions throughout the day. They may not even be aware of it, all right? Easy decisions about what they eat, easy decisions about when they train, easy decisions about how they practice, how they prepare. What I mean by that is comfortable decisions that keep you in your comfort zone. Elite players, the most successful players, they realize that you have to do things differently. If you make those comfortable decisions, you're going to be in the graveyard with the other 99% of players' dreams as well. That's where your dreams are going to end up, all right? You need to make decisions that are harder, that are going to push you out of that comfort zone. Everything from the food, the nutrition, the sleep that you're getting, but none of that is just easy to make, right? It all comes with a sacrifice. If you're going to go to bed earlier, that means you might have to sacrifice certain social activities or being on your phone. If you're going to wake up earlier, you have to sacrifice a little bit of sleeping in, which feels good. If you're going to stay after practice and train, you might have to sacrifice some activities you're going to do with your friends. If you want to train on the weekends when no one else is training, you might have to sacrifice, again, having some fun. Doesn't mean that you always have to sacrifice with everything, but a lot of the decisions you're going to make are going to come down to making those sacrifices, and those little decisions add up. Day after day after day. The easy decision, the comfortable decision, that is going to separate from the people who are making the harder decisions and are willing to delay some of the gratification, right? I have in our habits download, I talk about delayed gratification. Things that feel good now, but aren't getting you closer to your goals. If you can delay those things and you can actually do the things that are a little bit harder, do the things that are gonna push you a little bit out of your comfort zone that don't feel as good, and get in the habit of routinely doing that and knowing every time you make one of those small decisions, you're getting closer to reaching your goals, you're separating yourself from average players, that's a dangerous habit, because if you keep doing that, you're on track to reaching your goals. But it's all those decisions all the time. Sometimes it's hard to understand what decisions you should be making, and you're not always going to be perfect, but you need to be focused on making those decisions, training harder, staying late, all right, doing a little bit extra every single day, eating the right things, getting enough rest, getting enough nutrition. All of those things are key when it comes to making those small decisions every single day that's going to separate you from everybody else. And how does it separate you? It makes you a better player. It makes you stronger mentally. It makes you stronger physically, and it starts to separate you. While everyone else is on the path of being average, you're on the path of being elite. 3, doing extra. Now this goes along with what we just talked about in number 2 with the daily decisions, but it's the ability to push yourself just a little bit harder and do a little bit more. Whether it's one more rep, one more set when you're doing your training, whether it's doing an extra 15 or 20 minutes of stick handling or shooting every single day, working on your weakness every single day, whether it's going through and when you're doing a specific workout, pushing yourself just that much harder than other players are, staying a little bit later, showing up a little bit early, preparing for games and practices a little bit more, using our practice success routine before every single practice. These are things, this extra ability, this ability to push yourself just a little bit harder, do a little bit more, adds up so fast. It adds up. After just a week, you start to notice a difference. If you're doing the right things, if you're doing it the right way. You can't do extra and then half-ass it. If you're half-assing your workouts, doing half-ass extra workouts isn't gonna make you any better, right? But if you're pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can in your workouts, you're already separating yourself a little bit from other players who are maybe going 99%, right? But then if you push yourself 100%, doing 15, 20, 30 minutes extra every single day, whew, you're creating that separation. Every single day, you're creating that separation. You're getting better, and you're separating yourself from other players. After a week, after a month, after a year, whew, you'll be a different hockey player. You'll be amazed at the success that you'll start having. Even if you're the best player on your team right now, think about who you're really competing against. You're competing against players from all across the world who want to accomplish the same goals that you have. So you have to have a vision that I'm competing against everybody. At the same time, you're also competing against yourself, right? To push yourself to be the best player, but don't compare yourself just to the players on your team. So get in the habit of always doing extra. Like I talked about earlier in this video, if you want to download our Hockey Success Plan, there'll be a link in the description below. There'll also be a link in the top comment, or you can just type in 247hockey.com/success. Okay, 247hockey.com/success. That will be our Hockey Success Plan. It'll teach you exactly what you need to do to have more success as a hockey player. You can start to lay out a plan for yourself that's gonna keep you on track, that's gonna set your goals, that's gonna help you understand exactly what you need to do every single day to dominate and be the best player possible. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, get subscribed. We're releasing content regularly to help you become a better player and to help you reach your goals as a hockey player. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any videos. Leave me a comment below, let me know, what do you think the reason is why most players fail to reach your goals, all right? What do you think the reason is? Why do most players set goals for themselves and then they fail to reach their goals? Leave a comment below. I look forward to reading all of them, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.